Hello children. Today I have an incredibly special story to tell you. It's about a very lovely lady called Mary, who was the mother of a man called Jesus. Do you all know who Jesus was? That's right, he is the Son of God. Jesus would grow up to do some incredible things in his life and would go on to save the world. But how he came into the world was truly a miracle. Are you ready to begin the story? Okay, well, let's snuggle up and begin. It all started in a town called Nazareth, where a young woman called Mary lived with her family. Mary would spend her days helping her family and planning her wedding, as she was so excited to be marrying a kind man called Joseph. One day, whilst Mary was out walking, a bright light shone down from the sky. Mary was so frightened, and trembling with fear, Mary asked, "Who are you, and where have you come from?" It was a beautiful angel. He had a kind face, and with a soft and reassuring voice said, "Don't be afraid, Mary. My name is Gabriel, and God has sent me to tell you that he is pleased with you." Mary's face lit up with delight as she realised that she did not have to be afraid. But she was still very puzzled. "Why has God sent you to see me?" she asked. "I'm just a simple woman." The angel smiled a big smile and opened up his hands wide and said with a cheerful tone in his voice, "Mary, God has chosen you to have a child. You will give birth to a son who you will call Jesus. He will be a great man and do marvellous things to make the world a better place." Mary was so shocked. She could not believe what she was hearing, and with a frightened tone in her voice, she asked the angel Gabriel, "I feel so special that God has chosen me, but how am I going to tell my family and Joseph that this is happening? Will they believe me? And what will other people say?" The angel walked towards her and gave her a reassuring hug, which made Mary feel better, but also made her understand that she did not need to worry about anything, because God would work everything out and keep her safe and well. As Mary looked up to thank him for bringing her this news, just as quickly as he had arrived, the angel Gabriel disappeared back into the sky. Mary knew what she needed to do next, so she quickly gathered up her things and rushed as fast as she could to find Joseph and her family to tell them the big news. Wow! I wonder what happened next. What do you think Joseph will say when Mary tells him about her visit from the angel Gabriel? I'm not surprised that she was a little frightened. I would be too, wouldn't you? Boys and girls, is there something that you're frightened about? Why don't you tell someone in your family what's bothering you? And always remember that you can talk to God about anything and ask him to help you by praying a little prayer that goes something like this. Should we put our hands together? Dear God, please help me not to feel frightened and trust you will make everything okay. Amen. Well, I hope that you can join us next time to find out what happens in the first Christmas story. But until then, it's time to snuggle into bed, turn off the lights and say, "Good night, Gizmo."